Hey traders, it's Steve from the Stock Index Trading Room. First off, Happy New Year. This is coming, I'm doing this on the 3rd of January. Happy New Year. We love New Year's. We get to turn a calendar and hope and pray and believe that 26 is going to be the year we've all dreamed of. And we're going to talk about that at the end of this. So hang on. We're talking about a new market entry. Trader Oscillator advanced out of bounds with a smart break point on a flow lead. Whoa, the move's gone. It's going to be XL. This is XL, and we'll show you what that looks like. In our quest to find the very best market entries for our members, we share with you regularly what we do. 10 years, 30 years of research for Rob, 8 or 9 years with me and some really great traders in our room. And then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how we use advanced momentum reads to find areas of market expansion, continuation, and even reversals. So let's make this legal. And if you've never read that, please pause this and do so. I got to go fairly succinctly because there's a lot of content here. We're going to show you how we use smart momentum or momentum indication to benefit your trading and give you 3 specific advantages over the rest of the market. And I would hope that's what you're looking for, is you're looking for advantage over other traders. We're going to show you where you can expect market and price expansion from congested areas. We show you where the market is likely to continue to move with force in your favor, with momentum. And then we're going to show you where the strength of a trend is becoming weak. It's probably not what you think it is. And even where to expect market reversals. Using advanced reads and momentum offers you more precise entries. It increases your chances of success and limits the market movements against you. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. These are musts for anyone wanting to master the ES. This is my notes, and it tells me to go to a chart. So here's our chart, Friday the 2nd, 2026. Yay, we made it. Now I've got a blue line here at 740. That's sort of when things settle in. And Jack Swigert said the number one reason retail traders lose money is because they try to trade the open with small accounts. Warren Buffett says the reason day traders lose is they trade because they can. Now there are 2 icons that are talking about that. We're not saying you should or shouldn't. That's not our job. Okay? Do what you've been doing if you're getting the results you want. That's what we teach. Reversal bar 8 ticks, continuation bar 1 full point, 4 ticks in each continuation bar. So when we start to look at entries and continuations, that's what it's showing. Okay. There's so much magic and brilliance in our super smart Rinko bars, and we have teaching on that on our YouTube channel. But you could just literally, we have systems where traders tell me, oh, I like to look at price bars and not indicators. You could do that. We have systems that do that. So anyway, 8 and 4, 2 points, 1 point. And here we go. So we're going to wait 10 minutes. Just there's no magic in 10 minutes, or maybe there is. Okay. We're going to confirm reversals, continuations, and expansion. And so the market comes down and then it tends to go up. It goes up and it tends to come down about 85% of days in the ES. So this is not a surprise. What we're going to use is we're going to use these high cycle momentum reads. This says momentum is continuing, and it doesn't. Right? This is momentum is continuing, and it doesn't. This is momentum is continuing to the downside, and it doesn't. Okay? So this would be our first indication. You've probably seen some of our videos and charts where it had a big arrow drawn and says trade this way. Okay, we have ultimate trend identification system telling us momentum is holding and holding, and it's not. right? So what are we looking for? Our members will tell you we're looking to rotate up. And since it's a bit of time in through the open, we're looking to rotate up minimum to the open. We could show you, I've done some, Rob's done 30 years work. We could show you that on Friday, this is Friday, we were expecting 28 handles, 28 points in a period. And that's a big move, but we didn't get them. So uh, we're pretty certain that we're headed here, and we like that. And then if we start to take that out, we're looking at super large upside targets if that's what you're interested in. Okay. You could just be interested in trading chunk trades. And a lot of our members do that, and they're very happy with that. So anyway, UTIS says up. We have a reversal signal, right? And we start to head up. We get tagged here. We take that up. We hit the open. And now we're looking for our 28 handles from here. And you can do the math. I don't know. You go 12 and 28. That's around 40, right? That's around 40. I just did that in my head. So here we have momentum read, market expansion. It is strong, right? This is holding. This is strong. Momentum cycle read. It's holding. This is not quite as strong. We get almost to 40. We get, I think, within a tick of that target. So we're not the only people that know what Rob spent 30 years to figure out. We've shown you this. We've shown you trading in the future if you want to go look at that on our YouTube channel. So here we have momentum hold, momentum holds, momentum doesn't hold. So do we expect the market to rotate down? We do not. Do we anticipate the market rotating down? We absolutely are all over this, right? And it's what the market does. If your tools are this precise, then you're already on top of that. If not, if you're using generic run-of-the-mill stuff, um, this will work at times, right? It will work at times for you. We don't have any doubt about that. Okay, that's a change of momentum. Momentum is weakening. When the market can take this out, momentum is weakened, right? So here's a sell, and there's a sell, and there's a sell, and it continues to rotate down. Here we have definite cycle congestion, right? Now, in a 40-point move, 5-point chunk trades are congestion, right? So smart momentum is saying, hey, we're in congestion. And then it takes off. Rob teaches that cycle expansion, which is this, leads market expansion, which is this, right? You can go, we like more than a couple of dots, but this is pretty obvious. This is saying, hey, okay, we're getting ready to move. That's all it's saying. Getting ready to move. And we use our stuff down here to determine the direction that we have a huge advantage over the market in trading our stuff. So cycle expansion leads market expansion, right? So that's pretty cool. And you can find those, here where you have a little congestion. We're looking for expansion, and we break out. So momentum continuation. We break out up, momentum continuation, continuation, continuation. Oh, reversal. Continuation, continuation, continuation. And we can go through that all day, every day. And you've seen us, do all kinds of videos on that. And this is just what markets do. Now you can look at our science behind market expansion and look at a very precise congestion box breakout to be trading on the correct side and understand why this is so aggressive. Again, if that's important to you, and I surely hope that it is. So let's come back and let's look at part two. Excuse me, a new market entry super signal, and it really is. Um, and let me share this as a disclaimer before I go into this. Yeah, everybody that I've ever talked to about trading is looking for an entry that never loses. And I think this one will eventually. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this will lose eventually. Um, and I'm going to show you what it is and the advanced reads that we use. And you will start to understand if price repeats and if human nature repeats and if people are doing the same thing, master traders are very consistent and butcher baker candlestick makers are very inconsistent, then we understand exactly what the market's doing pretty much all the time. So anyway, I'm going to share this with you. Our members are the ones that are trading it are loving it. I've got some advanced members that we're working on advanced stuff for you. So we're known for our advanced market entries. We're known for our precise market entries, where we define reward to risk at a 300% or better, and that's the only thing that we'll even consider uh, to, yeah, we don't recommend signals as much as we just say, hey, this has a proven track record for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and it worked as well. I took a Batman. Y'all are familiar with our Batman entries. Batman was the first entry we took in a room over 7 years ago, and I took two Friday afternoon, and I'll show them to you. They're really clear. Um, We achieve this by we stack probabilities on our entry technique and we increase substantially our probability of success and we limit substantially our probability of failure. Now, how could anybody expect to be successful unless you're increasing reward and decreasing risk? How could anybody expect to be successful in trading any other way? And I think it's a rhetorical question. It may not be. But here's our latest offering of super signals in Trap Trader Oscillators out of bounds. We have an order flow breakout and we use structure reference to trade on the side, the large side of anticipated moves. XL, TTOX with a lead out. That's a whole lot easier to go, hey, there's an XL road. Trap Trader Oscillators out of bounds and then it's gone. Hopefully it's already over by the time we get that out, right? We like to get in trades and we like for them to move in our favor. XL references the win percentage. And that's a historic track record. Compliance would say, hey, it's a Batman can be we're going to show you how we have increased. We had one and now we have two entries, and we more than doubled the success, hypothetical, simulated profit. Historic track record. It may never win again. Things that have worked for us for 7 years at 90%. Worked our first trade, worked our last trade. Friday may never win again. It may never lose again. We don't know, and you don't know. So compliance will tell me to tell you that, and I do. I can tell you, that our research has shown, and y'all have seen these, most of y'all have seen these over and over and over, have shown how price action repeats, and we're going to talk about why that is, and exactly why that is, exactly why that works the way it does. Okay, so let me. I think I've got them loaded. Yep, here we go. This is a this is a pretty simple. This is a pretty simple entry. The simpler, the better for me. We look and we see trap trader oscillator overvalued on a red background. Doesn't always work. Okay. If I just want to sit here and scalp a bunch of stuff, you know, that's a great system, and it is. And if I want to turn the notch up above on winning, then this is what we're looking at. We're looking at trap trader oscillator over out of bounds over our purple line. And then we go through this little green horizontal, it's called a lead out. Y'all familiar with that? Now, this one is ugly. Yeah, that one's ugly. Our threshold for winning trade is 5 points, not 5 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 23 ticks before a substantial bounce. But that's kind of grindy. There are a lot of people that are somewhat successful and wouldn't stay with this that long. I'm going to acknowledge that. That's fine. I doesn't mean you can't be successful. Now, here's the signal that we've added to the mix and took it from, one or two a day to some days, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades a day, right? Okay. And we'll probably add more to it as we go along, and we'll share that obviously with our members. So what we have here, I call this a broken rather than a single thrust down. I call it broken, and it can be a Batman. This is a weak Batman with a lead out. That's the first trade we took in the room over 7 years ago, right? And y'all know it's my favorite for a lot of reasons. Look at the Batman offering on our YouTube channel if you want to know the exact why of this, right? Why is this an incredible entry? The fact that our structure reference line was halting an attempt to move it up. See, all Batmans are failures. ABC up, ABC up, AB, oh, no, boom. Right. And that's about 90%. Yeah. So we get, and we're going to add this. This is not in the study, but we've added that. And those of us that are trading this are trading this. And you get a broken TTO, a thrust. It is out of bounds. The second goes through, real simple, easy. It'll take you about 10 minutes to learn this in the room. Here, we're out of bounds and we have this lead out, right? That's it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Thrust however you thrust. Here's an ABCD up. This is a broken, right? We have this lead out. It's undervalued. We get a lead out. And actually, we get an 8-tick discount for taking this trade. 8-tick discount. 2 points built into the trade. And let's look at that real quick. And this is just, these are days, I think. Yeah, these are days. And you see that some days market's kind of choppy and goofy and we don't have a lot. You can add stuff to this. You can add, there's 3 or 4 you can add. You can come to the room and we'll show you. Some people think trading a lot is the key. Other people think trading the very best trading situations is the key. And you can do either or both in our room. Here's pretty cool. Here's a pretty cool thing. Let's say you just say, hey, look, I don't want to do this all day. I want to get in here and I want to do some stuff. And well, yeah, the first hour of trading, we get the majority of our entries and the majority of our winners. So you might want to take this entry and put it with another one, TTO extra 2 or whatever. We'll teach you in the room. And if you say, hey, look, I want to hop in here and do some things and jump out, we've got a great signal. We've got a great market entry signal for you. Okay. So that's the XL. That's the XL. Now let's, if you have questions, stuckindextradingroom@gmail.com, shoot me an email. We have a lot of people that start to look at things and ask questions, and they make informed decisions. And that's all we want. We're not trying to talk you into coming into the room. If I have to impress you enough to get you in the room, I have to impress you to keep you in the room. And trust me, we've got tons of members that are open-minded and are, taking advantage of the work that we're doing. So, New Year's resolution. Do not make or commit to a New Year's resolution until you see these next, I think, 3 screens, and then I'm through. It's healing to turn the calendar. We have hope that I'm gonna say I'm gonna stop doing this or I'm gonna start doing that, and we think that's enough. I said, hey, I'm never gonna trade chop again. I'm never gonna get out, whatever. And it doesn't, right? It doesn't. I wish it did. We know how you can do that, and we train our members to do that. But it takes more than that, right? So a resolution to improve is the start. It's not the end, but it is the start. I did a survey of our members this week and New Year's resolutions, and pretty much everybody said that, yeah, this year's issues were last year's issues, and the year before, and the year before, and the year before. Day trading arena is the ultimate example of this, as traders tend to repeat the same behavior and mistakes day after week, month after year after day. I've talked to people that have lost for 10, 15, 20 years, and they continue to trade. Basically the same mental concept, and that's really sad. And it doesn't have to be that way. We help our members make positive, permanent growth in their trading. This is our last slide. It's got a lot of words on it. On average, and this is why things happen the way they do. This is why price action repeats. I think you'll have to agree that small account retail traders are pretty inconsistent. And institutions, commercials, and large speculators are crazy consistent, right? So we know the big issues in the market are going to do exactly that. And the small issues are going to be random. So if I'm trading for a point or two or looking at the market in a very restricted way, I'm going to see it differently than a master trader would see the advantages. So just you need to understand that. Okay, how you look at what you're looking at and for will dictate your actions. But in general, this is a medical, neurological, scientific research. We generate about 70,000 thoughts a day. Men are a few more than women. Women are a little more calm and collected, and than men are. We tend to be more all over the place. Now, obviously, more or less or whatever, but it's about 70,000. Now, the scary part of this is that 90% of the thoughts we experience today are the same ones we had yesterday, in a day, week, month, year, and decade before. There's strong psychological factors for this, and I'm not going to go into that here. We discuss it in the room some. But be aware, it's these repeating limiting thoughts that are keeping you from experiencing the trading success that you should and you deserve. You deserve to be a winner. You've worked, you've worried, you've been, through stress and all kinds of things. You deserve some success, and we want to see that you get it. To change or grow, we must change or grow. Duh, right? But how many people are willing to change and grow? It's scary. It's hard. It takes time. It takes effort. But if I don't change, will I get different results or the same result? And that's obvious. We get the same results. We all want to change. We all want to grow. But why is it so hard? I've heard hundreds and hundreds, probably more than anything else. Steve, I see what you're doing. I know what to do, but I can't make myself do it. I've heard that hundreds and hundreds of times. And we work on that, and the people that become open-minded make the change, and everyone else goes away the same as they were. And we don't want that to happen to y'all. Only around 20 people in the globe are open-minded and not threatened by opposing information. What's opposing information? Well, it's something that is contrary to what we believe. Okay, now there's two things here I want you to consider. One is facts, factual information. Almost no one trades based on facts. That's been my experience. And let me rephrase that. 5% of master traders trade on facts. They just don't come to trading rooms looking for help, right? 95% of people trade on their opinion. The industry likes that. Winning traders like that because if we all were to change to facts, you know what would happen. So most people are not open-minded. Most people are closed-minded and cynical, or at least skeptical. They're threatened by opposing information, and then they're going to reject ideas and even people that disagree with them, that are different. So basically, we agree with what makes us feel safe, what we think is right, not what we know, but what we think is right, and we reject anything that could cause us to improve. Because if I don't grow, if I don't change, if I don't start thinking different and processing things different and taking different actions, I'm going to get what I've been getting. So if you're experiencing success with your trading, it's not a problem. You don't have a problem. But if you're not where you want to be, does it make sense that, or let me put it this way. When I was a losing trader, I rejected new ideas. I embraced ideas that made sense to me. So I was supporting continuing failure. It didn't make sense to me for a while, but it does now. So if I'm not where I want to be and all I do is agree with things that make sense, I'm going to continue to do things that don't work. Okay. Now, this is not the most popular message, but hopefully there will be a group of people that go, yeah, I can see that. Okay, we've heard the quote, be the change you seek. It's well known. God, and it's powerful, life-changing, the most powerful thing I can share. But as traders, it's paramount. Be the change, be the trader. Become the change, become the trader. If you keep doing what you're doing, thinking what you're thinking, and only looking for somebody to agree with what you do, if you're not successful now, I can't imagine how that's going to turn to success. So, but if you don't know how to do this, and most of you don't because nobody teaches it, we do. I am a behavior modification specialist. I am a performance coach. I do know some things about support resistance, uh, trending, expand, all things trading. I know enough that we can help people. Anybody that wants to train themselves to be a master trader, we can do that. See, this is where we impact more traders than all of our super signals combined. I can show you all this stuff. And if you're skeptical and cynical and it doesn't fit with what you believe, you're not gonna, it doesn't matter how good it is. It has no bearing whatsoever on trading how good a market entry strategy is if we can't follow through, right? Right? So that's exactly right. So hopefully, Happy New Year. Hopefully this is gonna help. Let me roll back to the beginning and advanced momentum reads. Email stuckindextrading at Gmail. If you want to come join us, go to our website. There's a 6-minute video. There's a coupon at the end of that. You can apply that and save some money. That's always fun. And just ask yourself whether it's this, whether it's, hey, we're going up, trade the long side. Hey, we're going down, trade the short side. Whether it's that or something else, if you're going to make New Year's resolution, I want you to resolve to be the change that you're looking for. Become it. And then the actions will follow your belief, and this won't be very hard. So on behalf of Rob Mitchell, World Cup trading champion, designer, master designer, coder, world-class trading members growing every week, believe And if you feel like we can help, come join us. We would love to have the opportunity to try to help you reach your trading goals in 2026.